Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to take our Vancouver Canucks into year 8 of this GM mode commentary. Still yet to have won a Stanley Cup with the Vancouver Canucks. I thought that this year would be a good chance for us to win, considering that last year we made it all the way up to the Stanley Cup Finals. But this year, the Anaheim Ducks in round 2, they kicked us out. I think, we just went up against a better team. I was thinking about it. First round, we dealt with the Minnesota Wild. We came back to win 4 straight after trailing 2-0 in the series. And this one, it started off pretty good as well. We got the 4-1 lead in Game 1, and then for some reason, our goal scoring just shriveled up, all right? Got a shutout here against 2 goals for right here, 2 goal and a loss, 1 goal and a loss, and then 0 goals and a loss. So that last 3 games there, I don't know where our offense went. But you know what? When we look back at the Anaheim Ducks, I'll just show you guys once again. I think they actually just have a pretty stacked team. Remember, this is 7 years in, so guys like Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf, guys who are still there, and they still have Bobby Ryan, right? I forgot about that. But I know for a fact that Getzlaf and Perry have really good defensive categories. So, if they're out there all the time, and, Nate McKinnon, he probably has a really good defensive category at this point as well, being 88 overall. And the same thing with Emerson Edom. So, you might have had a really good top 6 there in Anaheim, and whenever they were out there, you weren't scoring any goals because of their really good defensive categories. And then their defensive core and 80 everywhere. And then the story of the series, Bobkov. I don't know who that goalie is. I don't think he's a draft goalie. I think he's actually in the game. I think he's only like 3.5 stars. So yeah, this year I think we just ran up against a better team, a more veteran team, Getzlaf, Perry, and Ryan. And I think Bobby Ryan has a good defensive category, or a decent defensive category as well. So, yeah, it was just the veteran players against our rookie players. Guys like Drouin, Mackey, Sarich, Suter. They're all going to get better. I know their defensive categories are actually pretty good. But still, it just wasn't happening this year. I was hoping for an amazing playoff run that would salvage the Vancouver Canucks season, but frankly, your performance was not up to par. Get over it. Get over it. I don't know what happened, man. I got everything that we need on this team. The only thing, we need Seth Jones. That's the big question, right? Seth Jones. Is this going to be the year that he finally jumps up to at least a mid-70? So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, I don't know how old he's going to be now. I forget. Maybe 24 years old. So I think, yeah, the way I think it is this is going to be the last year that you still might see him at like a 60 or a 70 overall. And then for next year when he jumps up to 25 years old, if that's truly what he is, then next year he'll be ready for sure. He'll be a top 4 defenseman at least. So we were doing the defenseman, the tough guy defenseman from the QMJHL, but we've already scouted him enough now. So let's just get a little bit of scouting in on somebody else. Yeah, I could use, there's 2, Benoit was the tough guy, Danny was the second guy. I don't think we're going to have a top 3 pick this year, because New Jersey actually ended up being pretty good. So, is there just something with like a top 5 and a top 10 in it? No, not really. I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take this top 5 guy. I'll take the top 10 guy, actually. I don't think I'm going to have the top 5 pick. I forget where New Jersey ended up in the standings, but this year we only had New Jersey's pick, and I think we have our pick. I could be wrong about that, but even if we do, our pick is going to be like the 19th pick or the 20th overall pick or something like that, so we're not going to get a stud there. Carolina defeated the Anaheim Ducks in 5 games, I think, so the Ducks went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals, but they, I think the Carolina Hurricanes won the Presidents this year with that filthy record. I could be, oh man, we're so many years in now. All the years, they seem to like mesh together. But I think the Carolina Hurricanes, they may have won the President's Trophy and won the Stanley Cup. Unbelievable. What a season for them. They got a really good team in this game, man. Cam Ward, he's a stud of a goalie. And he's fairly young too. So when you start like year 1, I forget how old he would be. 28, 29, 27, something like that. So yeah, if he's still around by year, he's only like 34, 35 years old by this time. So, yeah, that's why Carolina's doing good. So, salary cap, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, we'll do a whole playoff wrap-up. I always forget to do the awards before I go into the draft. So, we'll do the awards. We'll do the draft. I think we'll see if we can re-sign players. I don't want to go on too long just because if we do get to free agency or if I need to make some changes, I want you guys to be able to see that. But we'll see what we do, okay? So, Vancouver all the way down here. Let's see if anyone retired. No, we're good. Yeah, no one should be retiring for our team. We have a very young team. Henrik Lundqvist, though, he retired from the Rangers. That's a big one. And Ryan Miller from Buffalo. So you can see we're starting to get into that year, like year 7, year 8, where all the studs of hockey in real life, they're all starting to retire now. The late 20 guys are starting to retire. Prospects in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's figure out where we are in the draft. I know for a fact we have New Jersey's pick, but let me just figure out if we have somebody else's pick as well. I don't think we do. I think it's just New Jersey and Vancouver. But let me just double check. Okay, so all the way to the top here. Give me a second. Dun, dun, dun. Sucks that you have to check it this way. All right, so we got New Jersey's and our pick this year, and then a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth. Okay, so we got a pretty good year of drafting. We can reinforce our shelves, our depth shelves, basically. So let us go to, yeah, okay, so first things first, let's do the awards. So Stats Central awards. All right, so the Carolina, ooh, yeah, that's right, back-to-back years, the Carolina Hurricanes, Stanley Cup champions. So you got a dynasty over there in the Eastern Conference now, and they won a Presidents. So you got a Stanley Cup, then a Presidents, then another Stanley Cup. Carolina's the team to beat right now in the NHL. You know what? I can already see the comments. Let's see the Carolina Hurricanes roster. I will do that right after this, okay? Clarence S. Campbell, the Anaheim Ducks. Prince of Wales, Carolina Hurricanes. Art Ross, Fen Barchese. Hart Memorial, Barchese. James Norris, Eric Carlson, Lady Bing, Barchese. Man, he's bringing home the hardware. Calder Memorial, Raimo Tarkey. There it is. He got the Rookie of the Year. So Tarkey and Goddard, the Rookie of the Year before that. Oh, look at there. There's that Bobkoff goalie. He got Rookie of the Year before Goddard. So before Tarkey got the Calder, because it was just this year, you had the two previous Calder Trophy winners against each other in the same series, Goddard versus Bobkoff. So that Bobkoff goalie, he might be an up. I gotta take a look at him in the contracts and actually check out his individual stats, not just the lineup. So that's two things I got to do. Colin Smythe, Cam Ward, back-to-back years. What did I say about Cam Ward? Vezina Trophy, Cam Ward, 2 times in 3 years. Oh my God. William N. Jennings, Cam Ward. Bill Masterton, Jan Saab, Frank J. Selke, Ryan Kessler, Ted Lindsay, Igor Bobkoff, and Maurice Richard, Alexander Ovechkin. Okay, so let's just take care of those things first. GM options, contracts. Let's take a look at Igor Bobkoff. Anaheim. It's taking a while to skip here just because it's got all the players. All right, goalies. Where is he? Bobkoff. He's not even... Alright, so it looks like Gibson took him over because Gibson has the 4.5-star potential. So he might have just taken him over this year. But, ooh, they're going to have to pay him. And Bobkoff's already making 7.7 at 84 overall. Yeah, he's only a 3.5-star goalie. Jesus, they paid him a lot. 7.7 for, like, the next 8 years. Well, I guess they got him to the Stanley Cup final. But you're going to have to trade away that Gibson guy this year, too. That's a great... if you're looking to trade... like a team looking for a goalie, a young goalie, Gibson's the guy for you because you're not going to be able to move Bobkoff at 7.7 at 84 overall. Man, the computers make some stupid signings. Okay, so there you go. Oh, and then we can just take a look at the Anaheim players. Yeah, McKinnon. They got Gleed coming up as well. They didn't even use him, or Jesus. Let's see, McKinnon, Getzlaf, Perry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Getzlaf's defensive cat. Yeah, defensive awareness 87, his body checking cat. It's just basically 4.5 stars in every single category, and 5 stars. Corey Perry, same thing, I bet. Yeah, 4.5 stars in the physical and defensive category. So that's the reason. They're just really good defensive players who can also score some goals. All right, so next, Carolina Hurricanes. You guys want to see this? I'm not going to go to line changes. I'm just going to go to just show you the players that they have. So there it is right there. Cam Ward, 88 overall. Yeah, he's 35 years old. So you still have him, like, play him until he retires now. You got a dynasty. The fans love him there. So there's no point in ever trading away Cam Ward. They got him signed to a big boy contract as well. So, yeah. As long as he doesn't retire, they're going to be a good team still. Defensively, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all top 6 are 80 or above. McBain might be a top 2 defenseman. So with Cam Ward in the net, that's definitely good enough. And then forwards, you got Skinner, Stahl, Shug, Semin, and Terry as your top 6. Pretty good with just Skinner, Stahl, and Stahl. I'd imagine they have really good defensive categories. And again, Stahl's 34 years old. So as long as they can keep this team together for like the next 2-3 years, they're going to be a really good team to deal with. All right. Yeah, they don't really have much. Yeah, they do. It's depth. Again, I'm not going to look at every single one of these players, but I think it's Cam Ward really. And if they have a really good defensive core, keep the pucks out of the net. Yeah, there's your reason right there. Okay, so. Yeah, we got to go into the draft. I got to check my team anyways. Yeah, okay, so this is what I mean. It's going to be a whole Season 7 wrap-up here, preparation for Season 8. Okay, so goaltenders, we got Patrick Goddard. He's still 87 overall, but he's got to get his big boy contract this year. So this is where we don't re-sign Sergei Bobrovsky, and we allow Clint Windsor to be our backup. Just because 1.6 for a backup is doable, and if I need to trade him, I can trade him in free agency, no problem, okay? But Sergei Bobrovsky, we proved that we didn't need him this year. We need him during the regular season, but that's what we can bring up with Clint Windsor now. No longer does he need to play in the AHL. He's clearly not going to get better. He's a backup for life, and Janes can now take over in the AHL, okay? Defenseman, you have our captain, Edler, who needs to get signed this year, but he's still 88 overall. I love having a top 2 defenseman, so I want to get him back. Tanev, Murray, we can maybe trade Tanev if we need to with salary cap problems, but I think we should be fine. Wisniewski, he doesn't get a contract. Pulock has now jumped to 81, or was he 81 last year? I can't remember. I think he was 70-something last year, so he's getting up there. We'll check out his individual stats for you guys. There you go. Offensive awareness 90, passing 94. Okay, so, and his defensive awareness is actually now 84. Okay, so he's not a body checker, but at least defensively, he can hold his own now. So that's good for Ryan Pulock. Okay. Ravenko, 81 overall. Remember, we got Ravenko for top 6, okay? So if he stays at 81, 82 overall, that's fine. That's actually perfect, because then I don't have to give him a big boy contract in 2 years, 3 years. Fowler, definitely not re-signing him. He didn't turn out to do anything. Vitus Mackey, we can keep. Jordan Subban's jumped up to now 73. Seth Jones, there you go. He's jumped up to 72. Or was he? I forget what he was last year. He's still taking his time, getting better. But his defensive awareness is now 80. So this is the last year, okay? One more year in the AHL for Seth Jones. I know what you guys are saying. Trade him. Trade him. Nope. Next year is the year that he jumps. When he's 25 years old, you're going to see him jump up to 80-something or high 70s. And then we can play him in the NHL as a top 6 defenseman as a high 70. And then the next year, he jumps up to like 88 or 90 overall, okay? So by year 10, Seth Jones is ready to go. It's kind of crappy, eh? You draft a guy at what was he drafted? Probably like 2nd overall, 4th overall, and he literally takes 10 years to be NHL ready. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much. All right, down here, yep. So we got to get Seth Jones better still. We know that. Right wingers, Ernie is still 84. Okay, just looking at anyone who might have jumped. Tarky is still 81. All right. That's only, I bet you it's because his weak physical category. And he's actually got a pretty good body checking, never mind. But it's the skating, physical, and defense are all 3 stars. That's why. Shooting is 5-star, which is great. Puck skills is 4.5-star. And he's still only 22 years old, so you got to play him to get him better. Fair enough. And he won the Calder. But still, those bottom 3 categories are pretty weak for him. Left wingers. All right, so Jonathan Drouin jumped up to 88. We need him to really start playing. And Bryce Sarich jumped up to 88 as well. So these 2 guys are the future right here. Hartikainen, 83. Camby at 79. All right, blah, blah, blah. Renas has taken his time to progress, but he's still only 21 years old. So give him another 2-3 years and he'll be ready. Okay? I know that fantastic Finn line was nice thinking about it, but it's not quite coming together. Mackey's jumped up to 86. Suter's 86. Colburn 83. Reinhardt stayed at 83. Fax at 82. Fax has turned out to be pretty good. Suter, okay, so, yep. So the forwards going forward, well, the forwards going forward. Top 6 forwards would be Drouin, Sarich, Mackey, Suter, not Cassian, not Weiss, Ernie, sure, Colburn, Reinhardt. You need Reinhardt in there, and Tarky, I'm thinking. So Tarky, Reinhardt, Drouin, Sarich, Mackey, Suter. Yeah, that's your top 6 right now. If you're going to play the young guns, right, those are the top 6 that you play. Okay, so there's our team. You guys have seen our team now. All skaters. Let me just see the potentials. We got, yeah, we still have Seth Jones and Pulock who are getting better, and Ryan Murray. We have enough, yeah, we have enough potential players. But if I do need one, it's a defenseman. I can use another defenseman prospect. All right, Tanev is getting older. Still a good player, but just for salary cap reasons, he would be one of the first guys to go along with Weiss and Cassian. I don't want to get rid of them, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's check out scouting. Yeah, we're just going to do the draft in this video. I don't think I'm going to do the re-sign stage unless it's very easy to do. But hang on a sec. So you got a top 5 goalie. Looks like he's going to go 5th or 6th overall. Cody Waugh, but we don't need him. All right, so your top 5, you got Gilbert Benoit, the tough guy defenseman. That would be great to pick up. If I can move up, I will, but I'm not going to risk an arm and a leg. And then you got Adrian Rocky, a 2-way defender, 6'5" from the WHL. So you got the top 2 picks are 2 defensemen. So That's what I'm looking for, right? But I just don't know if these guys are NHL ready or not. We don't need another Seth Jones. That's why last year we traded for Ravenko, right? I would rather use the pick and trade for a defenseman than draft a guy who's going to be ready in 5 years. You got Danny Hill, defensive defenseman, and Terry McLean, power forward. Okay, so your top 3 picks are looking like defensemen. You got a tough guy, a two-way defender, and a defensive defenseman. So if we can get... Let me just check out their individual stats. I only did the QMJHL, so I thought that Danny guy, yeah, where's this guy? Yeah, this guy was a defensive defenseman. Danny, nah, he's not ready. We'll check out Gilbert Benoit. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, this guy is defensively, he is ready. Look at that physical category, boys. Aggressiveness, 93. Body checking, 92. Screw durability. Fighting skill, 95. And strength, 85. His skating, he's actually a skater. He's fast and he can fight. Screw the offensive category. And his defensive category is 90 for defensive awareness already. And his stick checking and shot blocking can only go up. You don't get him for his offense. You put him on the third line, even if he's like 86 overall because of that physical and defensive category. You still play him on the top 6, just because he's a tough guy defenseman. That's interesting. That would be a nice, tough guy coming out of the QMJHL. All right, Gilbert Benoit. I would love to get my hands on a tough guy defenseman. Adrian Rocky. Can I just check out this guy's stats? No. Okay, so these guys would be a bit of a gamble, but Benoit would not be. We know we're getting a guy who could probably play top 6 defenseman this year, okay? So, yeah, I definitely want to try and make a trade for Gilbert Benoit. So let's try it out, shall we? Let's go here. Let me take a drink of my water first. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't start it. My bad. There you go. Begin NHL draft. So let's see. Oh, I didn't even check where the... Yeah, okay. So the New Jersey pick is all the way down there in 9th. So the New York Rangers have the first overall pick. To move up, that would be a pain in the ass. We're going to have to use a player that we have on our contract. So let's see what we can do here, okay? The Rangers... Man, if they're getting the first overall pick, you shouldn't have traded away Goddard. Now that Lundqvist is gone, you should not have traded away Goddard. Who do they got now, goaltender-wise? Pollock, Missin, and... Jeez. Ooh, 3.5 stars. Not horrible. Bobkoff proved that 3.5-star goalie can steal the show. And they don't want to give up their first overall pick. So I will try this, boys, but don't get your hopes up. So I'll give them 2 first-round picks, right? I'll keep my second, my third. I want some depth. Let's see... Let me just go through the teams here and let's see what players I would be able to give up. Suter, no. Mackey, no. No. Reinhardt, no. Nobody there. Those guys I need. Renas, no. Hart to Kanan. Okay, so Hart to Kane. Let me just check out his stats. Good defensive player. Plus player. Playoffs, plus player. Yeah. Hart to Kanan was one of my penalty killers. I'm going through the players that I could trade, okay? Hart to Kanan, I could, but I'm not going to. You know what? I think I could do this Kobasu guy. Even though I really like his, what's it called? I love, I can't even talk. I love green potential, okay? Green potential makes me smile when I see prospects with green potential. I picked this guy up with the Dallas trade. I forget who I got him with. I think it was Ravenko or somebody else. He's getting better, but the problem is this guy would be a top 6 player, and right now we have so many young prospects. We don't need this guy anymore. He's a playmaker. We already have Sam Reinhart. We already have Mackey. Yeah, I could definitely trade away Kovacic, so I'll just put him in there. I'm not saying I want to trade him away just yet. He's got 3 years left at 22 years old at a minor league deal, so that's a great contract to keep. Cassian at 5.2 I might want to move, but Cassian is also like the heart and soul of our team right now. I know he's a minus player last year. Oh, he was a minus player, wasn't he? All right, you know what? Hang on, let me just throw him in the mix just to see. I just want to see the players that I could be trading away. Okay, Jensen, nope. Defenseman. I could be trading away Tanev if I wanted to, but I want to hold on to Tanev. He's just as much part of the heart and soul like Cassian. He's been around for 8 years. Murray, Wisniewski, Subban I could trade away, but he looks like he's actually getting better. Might as well hold on to him. Vitasmaki I'm holding on to. Got to hold on to all them. And then goaltenders, Windsor, no, I'm not trading away Janes, no. Yeah, those are really the only 2 guys I could trade away. So I will trade away what's it called? Kovasu. All right, so the first for my 9th, my 24th, and a top 6 right-wing playmaker of the future. That's definitely not going to go through, so let me add in the second as well, okay? So the 9th, the 24th, the 54th, and a top 6 playmaker of the future for the first overall. Will it go through? Yes, it did. All right, well, this is an absolute no-brainer. All right, if you say so. I think that's a trade that works out for both teams. They get a lot of, prospects that they can use, some more draft picks that they can use. They get a top 6 playmaker, and we, it's rough. We don't need like 4 different prospects now, so it works out for us going for I didn't even need to go for the first overall. They're saying Adrian Nawrocki is going number 1. So Gilbert Benoit. All right, I'll take Gilbert Benoit. He's the tough guy defenseman. Boom, welcome to the Vancouver Canucks. So Nawrocki went to the Washington Capitals. I know you guys want to see that, so I'll do that for you. We'll check that out. I'll just auto-draft now because anything in the, even the second round now, they're all 3-star players. That's why I traded away the second-round pick as well. We have plenty of young prospects now. The only important draft picks are basically the first-rounders, all right? Because you can only get... You're not even going to find a 3.5-star player. Maybe in, the top 5 for the second round. Maybe if it's a deep draft, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyone who's gone this far in GM modes, the later years, the draft becomes pretty much useless. Unless you have first-round picks. You can find everyone you need in the draft or in free agency, or you can just trade for prospects for third-round picks or 2 guys that haven't even signed yet. So I'll just show you. We'll just check out the defenseman, how good he was. Let's see. Gilbert Benoit. So there he is, 81 overall drafted. So he's already better than Seth Jones. But remember, it's only because of his physical and defensive category. Those things are weighted very heavily, okay? So you can see, just take a look at the top 3 categories, the shooting, puck skills, and senses. Shooting, 3-star. Not bad. Puck skills, 1.5 stars. That's absolutely horrible. Senses, 2-star. At least as a tough guy, he's got a discipline of 80. I actually like that. But then what you use him for is the bottom 3 categories. Skating, 5-star, which is crazy for a tough guy. Physical, 4.5-star, all right? And that's going to go up to 5-star. And defense, that'll go up to 5-star as well. So just remember, all right, I'm going to tell you guys right now, no matter if this guy jumps up to 85, 86 overall, you play him on the top 6. He doesn't get power play time. He kills penalties, and he's on the 3rd line. Maybe you can put him on the 2nd line with, the best offensive defenseman to help, work it out. But his puck skills, he's not going to be getting points. He's just going to be hurting people, all right? So Gilbert Benoit, what a draft pick. Oh, my God. That guy is crazy defensive category. All right, so yeah, I'm not going to re-sign anyone right now. We're already 22 minutes in. Last but not least, I know you guys want to see Adrian Nawrocki. There he is. He's also 82 overall. So this guy, guarantee you, he's got the better offensive categories. Yeah. So the 2-way defenseman, his shooting is 4-star, puck skills is 4-star, and senses is 4-star. So you can see you can trust him a bit more offensively. He's really good for skating. Physical, he's good at body checking, but that's it. All right, he's got a great body checking category, but that's it. And defense, 89 for defensive awareness. So you know what? I can see why this guy was the first overall pick. If you're looking for a defenseman to play on the first line, Nawrocki is definitely the guy to go for. But if you're looking for a goon tough guy out there who can help out in the playoffs and who can just wreck everybody, all right, what's his name? Gilbert Benoit is definitely the man to go with. So we're going to end it right here on Gilbert Benoit's skill screen. Look at that physical category. This is awesome. So we should take a little bit of a bet. How many penalty minutes will Gilbert Benoit have in his first year? I'm going to say north of 200, all right? All right, boys, so we're going to do re-sign and free agency in the next video. You've seen my roster. What should we do to change it for year 8? And I will see you in the next video.